What's up, YouTube? I'm Ace Palomero, South Texas Realtor, proud son of the Rio Grande Valley, and someone who needs to get more consistent in the gym. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be about the November housing market stats for the Greater McAllen Area. I know the official report isn't out yet for November, but because I have access to the MLS and I'm a realtor paying his dues at the local association, I have access to this information. We'll also talk about, I guess, headlines and quick bits of news related to the economy and to the housing market. So with that, let's get this rolling. Okay, first headline, and this is from Yahoo Finance. The housing market has hit rock bottom, and the sales slump will last a long time, Redfin CEO says. Okay, so I guess he's finally admitting that the housing market isn't as great. I know for like most of last year, he was basically saying that the housing market was strong. And I basically disagreed with that statement or that notion since, I don't know, like March 2022, even before. He even says here that the only good thing right now about the U.S. housing market is that it can't get much worse from here. I disagree with that as well. I think it actually can potentially get worse, basically because unemployment is still low. This one's from Bank of America, so basically more people are getting impatient with the housing market. So compared to the 85% that were willing to wait for prices or rates to fall before buying a house, it seems that we're only at 62%. Okay, that's not a good sign. GDP, gross domestic product, which is a measurement of the value of the goods and services produced. It's up 5.2% for Q3 for 2023. I don't remember exactly who said it's one of the YouTubers that I follow, and I need to dig into the actual report that they cited. But apparently, a big reason for the GDP growth is actually consumer spending and government expenditure. So it's not necessarily that we're producing more. In this article, the Walmart CEO, Doug McMillon, is saying that he's not sure how resilient consumers will be despite deflation, even in Walmart's prices. So a lot of Walmart products are actually cheaper this time for this year compared to last year around this time. But yeah, he's still not sure exactly on the exact strength of Walmart buyers. Spotify is cutting 1,500 jobs, or about 17% of its staff. So I know tech got hit hard, I think, last year and this year. In this one, the National Association for Business Economics, in their survey, they're saying that the odds of a recession are about 50% or less. So what? It's a toss-up. The JOLTS report, or Job Openings and Labor Turnover Summary, just came out. So the job openings are down to about 8.7 million for October, which is well below what it was estimated to be. It's about 6.6% decrease. And finally, even Realtor.com is admitting that prices next year might finally drop. It's not by much, I think 1.7%. Keep in mind though, next year's an election year, and I personally believe that the economy as a whole and the housing market is basically a house of cards. And then once the factors keeping that house of cards up fall, so does everything else. And we'll see what the economy is really like in, I don't know, Q2 2025, maybe sooner. But that's just a personal opinion, not financial advice at all. Right, let's get into the thick of this. So this is InfoSpark's new application for our MLS, powered by CoreLogic. It's relatively new, I think. a month maybe. But yeah, it basically makes all the data super easy to visualize. I can get into here in like 3 clicks. So yeah, I guess my quarterly fees for the local association are worth it. Anyway, let's get into this. So yeah, the area set to the entirety of the MLS, so the entire area serviced by the Greater McAllen Association Realtors. Property type is single family. Construction types, all of them. All size for square footage. All for bedrooms and bathrooms. And the timeline I set for is 3 years. So median sale price, for comparing month-to-month changes, it's actually up. So for November 2023, $245. October 2023, $238. If you want to compare it to last year at this time, it's $220 for November 2022. So for month to month and year to year changes, median sales price is up. New listings, it's actually down. So 615 for November 2023 compared to the previous month of October at 706. Let's compare it to November, and it's 2022. It's 529. So it's up from year over year changes, but it's down month to month. I think that's a reflection of maybe the seasonality of it. Number of homes for sale, including the new listings, so it's actually up year over year and month to month. You can just tell that by looking at it. So 2,157 for November 2023 compared to the 2,149 of October. It's compared to a year ago, 1,742. Yeah, we're actually close to pre-pandemic levels. Pending sales, up from month to month changes. So 330 for November 2023 compared to the 299 of October. But a year ago, it's also up. Yeah, so up a year ago, up for year-over-year changes and month-to-month changes. Number of closed sales is actually down. So 266 for November of this year compared to the 323 of October. Compared to a year ago, it's actually down also. So 288 for November 2022 versus the 266 of November of this year. Days on market, how long the properties stay on the market average, or I guess median days on market. So it's 47 for November compared to the 42 for October. So it's up month to month. Things actually up year over year also. Where is it? Yeah, 33 compared to 47 for November for a year ago. Yeah, so houses are staying on the market a lot longer. I don't think that's just seasonality anymore. Months of supply stayed flat for month-to-month changes at 6.3. So like we're getting close to what could be considered a buyer's market. Like I still like anything between like around 6 I consider a neutral market, but the closer we are to 7. So for me, 5 and less for months of supply, seller's market, easy. 7 months or more of months of supply, like that's a buyer's market, and we're at 6.3. So we'll see what happens in the spring. Let's compare that to a year ago. 4.9. Yeah, so. And the rest just, I guess we can check it out. So, percentage of list price. So, 98.5% of list price was versus, I guess, the actual sale price. Yeah, I think it's a mark of seasonality. You can just check it out from November 2022 all the way to November 2023. Yeah, so the housing market's normalizing, I think. Price per square foot, it's actually up for both year over year and month to month changes. So 149 for November 2023 versus the 143 of the previous month. And if we compare it to November 2022, it's 135. Dollar volume, so yeah, less sales overall. Number of showings to, I guess, pending, so whenever properties go into contract, so it's down. And number of showings per listing, also down. Yeah, so it looks like compared to a year ago, well, that one's kind of like up and down. But for showings per listing, it looks like less people are seeing. The way I read this is less people are going to see houses, and I think that's also it shows that less people are qualified for mortgages, or they're finding it harder to qualify for certain amounts. Yeah, because usually, I mean, if you're working with a realtor, like if you're a buyer working with a buyer's agent, they're not gonna want to show you any houses unless you have that pre-approval letter. Because yeah, like why are they gonna show you a house and you don't even qualify for it? Like you're wasting everybody's time, to be honest. Now, to be clear, if you're my client and I'm your agent, you're the buyer, we have a signed agreement. Yeah, if you really want to see a house that is well above what you qualify for on that loan, like, I guess we can go see it, but there's gonna be a limit. Like, if you want to see like 100 houses that are, and all of them are well above your price range and your budget, we're gonna have to have a conversation. Yeah, that's basically it for the video. Hopefully you found something in this video helpful. And yeah, guys, my opinion, you don't necessarily need an agent whether you're buying or selling real estate. Having a good agent definitely helps. It makes things easier. But yeah, if you know what you're doing and you have the time for it, yeah, you probably don't need an agent. But yeah, it can be a lot of work though if you're trying to sell a property on your own. And I think the good agents, and obviously I consider myself a good agent, like, we're worth a commission. Actually, that's a good video idea. You know, do you really need an agent? And my opinion on it. But anyways, that's it. Bye.